Welcome to A New Beginning at New Beginnings Fellowship Church. We are located at 2125 North German Church Road, Indianapolis, Indiana 46229. Our worship times are Sundays 8 a.m., 10 a.m., and 12 noon. Join us for halftime service on Thursdays at 7 p.m. You can listen to our radio broadcast on WTLC AM 1310 The Light, Monday through Friday, 10:45 a.m. to 11 a.m. Now a word from Dr. James Anthony Jackson, changing the world one word at a time.
It's one thing when the stuff around you is the stuff dysfunctional. It's another thing when you got to go home and it's just as. Oh, y'all help me preach this today. And here they are trying their best to maintain their own godliness and then constantly being reminded of a feeling of frustrated existence, because even in the midst of all of that, they go home and the Bible says they couldn't have children. Oh, what frustration it feels when you have to deal with the dysfunction around you and then come home and deal with the dysfunction within you. This man and this woman is interesting because, y'all, and I forgot to tell you this, because even after all of the dysfunction about Herod and under this type of authority, the nation of Israel also were dealing with their 400th year. It had been 400 years since they heard a prophetic word from God. So here you are at a place in your life where you got to deal with all of this mess around you. And in the midst of all of that, you're praying and seeking God and can't hear God's voice. Last time they heard something from God, the prophet Malachi was speaking to them and started sharing with them and made a promise that he would come in the spirit. He would come in a particular spirit, in a spirit of power. It would draw men back to God. And they heard the word, and 400 years went by and they heard nothing else from God. Isn't it amazing that the children of God went 400 years without hearing from God, and they are still trying to hold on? We'll go 4 days and don't hear from God and ready to jump out a window. Am I talking to anybody here? That sometimes in life it does become discouraging where you're trying your best to hear from God and you've heard nothing from him. You heard that, and this was crazy because the last thing you heard about him was the promise that he made. And see, this is where I want to encourage somebody, because sometimes you're going to have to go through a season in your life that may be the only thing you have to hold on to. That may be the only thing you may have to grip on, because it may be that God may give you the silent treatment for a minute because he has already spoken to you that he made his promise. So if he have to keep on speaking, it's almost as if you don't believe what he said the first time. So sometimes God will take you through a season where you won't hear from him, but it's not that you're not hearing from him because he did not talk, but because of when he talked, he made a promise to you. And that
Thank you for listening to Dr. James Anthony Jackson, changing the world one word at a time. To order this sermon, please contact us at 317-891-3237, extension 216.